Now, I guess, I don't know how long everybody should.
Like a sentence, just short,
Yeah,
like a sentence,
yeah.
2 sentences
Oh.
max.
Okay. Okay.
Go.
Chanel Regina, Pregnant Teens Group. Hi guys, I just want to welcome you all to the Pregnant Teens Group. My name is Chanel, I'm an LCSW and I'm the facilitator of this group. I just want to let you all know that this is a safe place for all of you. Everything here does remain confidential. There is a rule though, Comfort. No cell phones, please. Just because we want everyone to focus. Thank you so much. I just want you all to introduce yourselves. Tell me your name, your current situation, and what support systems you have. Amanda, would you like to start?
I guess. My name is Amanda. I am here because I'm pregnant. Just found out actually a few weeks ago. I'm about 7 weeks. So I don't have a really great support system. I haven't even told my family because they're really religious. So I'm really nervous about that. But thankfully my boyfriend has been by my side and he understands whatever I want to do. But I still don't know what I want to do. And I'm really scared. I don't know what to do.
Hi, I'm Vivian.
Hi, Vivian.
I'm 3 months pregnant, and I'd like to keep my baby. And I have a very supportive family.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Diane, would you like to share? I just want to let you all know you don't need to share as of right now. You can share when you're comfortable. So, Sarah, would you like to go?
Sure. Well, I'm Sarah. I'm about a month and a half pregnant, and I'm really scared. I haven't told my boyfriend yet. I haven't told my family. So I'm nervous how they'll react. I mean, my boyfriend's really supportive all the time, but I think this will come as a big shock to him. So
Right.
I don't know how that'll go over, but we'll see.
Okay.
I'm Comfort, and I just realized I'm 6 weeks pregnant. I'm really confused because the man who impregnated me is a married man with children, and he was so caring because I come from a poor family.
Okay.
He took care of me, he gave me money, did everything. And now, I don't know, because if I have to tell him, it's going to ruin his marriage.
Right.
And my family also wants me to keep it. So I'm confused. What do I do? Do I please my family or do I please the man?
Right.
I don't know.
My name is Caitlin. I'm not quite 3 months pregnant yet. I'm also really unsure about what to do. I have like few support systems. I have my boyfriend still, but then I'm also leaning towards, do I want to keep it or not? I'm just really confused. That's why I'm here.
Right. We do provide resources here regarding options, abortion, adoption, as well as keeping the baby. So for all of those of you who aren't sure yet, this is a good place for you to come. Diane, were you ready to share, or?
Yes, my name's Diane. I was pregnant. I was raped by somebody that I know, and I have
I'm sorry to hear about that.
I have a good support system because they want the baby, but I really don't. But I don't have a choice.
Right. I noticed some similarities with you all sharing. Amanda also mentioned her support systems weren't good, so there are similarities in this group. And as well as Comfort and Kate, you both are unsure of your decision as of right now, so how do you feel about that?
Confused,
Just confused?
scared.
Confused and scared.
Right. Well, I would like to do a movement exercise with you guys. If you would like, I would like to gauge the level of the comfort in this group. So if you feel not comfortable at all, you don't want to be here, from 1 to 10, 1 in this corner, 10 in this corner. If you're unsure and in the middle, please stand in the middle. But I want to gauge how you feel in this group and how comfortable you are. Stand up front. Excuse me. So no one is at 10 and completely comfortable, which I understand. This is the first group, and I understand that you guys would feel, you know, not ready yet to share and disclose certain things. Would anyone like to share, like Sarah or Kate, or anyone in that corner feeling a 1 or a 2?
I'm just not really sure about sharing with everyone yet. It's a little nerve-wracking. I'm not really sure. I mean, everyone seems really nice. I'm just not really sure if I want everyone knowing what's going on.
Right. Again, everything here remains confidential. We will keep what's said in this room, so it will not leave this room. So everything will remain confidential, which is a good thing. And how do you guys feel in the middle, Amanda?
I'm sort of comfortable, but at the same time, not, because I am leaning towards a decision and I don't know how everybody's going to feel about it when I say it. But I mean, I'll share it now that I am sort of leaning towards abortion.
Right.
So, and I know it's a really sensitive topic. I'm not sure of everything about it, but I know it's really sensitive. So that's why I'm sort of in the middle, because I feel like people will judge me for my decision. So I'm not completely comfortable being here.
Right. This is an unjudgmental place, but people can be judgmental about pregnant teenagers in the outside world, but this is an unjudgmental place for all of you, so it is very safe. Vivian, I noticed you were the closest to the 10. How are you feeling with your comfort level here?
You know what? Well, I've basically made my decision, so I don't have that to battle with, and everybody looks really nice, so I'm glad I came.
Good, I'm glad. Okay, we can take a 5-minute break and reconvene here in 5 minutes.
Nice job, guys. You can move right to your next facility.
Yeah, that's what we're
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
How long was hers?
Pardon me?
How long was hers?
It was about 8 minutes.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I was just about to bang.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that was it.
No, that's fine.
No, you're good. That's good.
Oh, wait, I don't need this anymore.
I forgot to say abortion.
Oh, my
It's okay.
to say adoption. It's okay. Sorry. It's okay.
Oh,
You should have
I
asked.
thought you said I forgot. No, I'm sorry.
Caitlin Vahey, Pregnant Teens Group. Hello everyone. We have a new member today. Her name's Chanel. Chanel, would you like to tell us about how far along in your pregnancy you are, what like your support systems are like, and what you're deciding?
Sure. My name's Chanel. I'm currently 6 weeks pregnant. My situation is I just met someone randomly at a party and I got pregnant. It was completely unexpected. I have told my parents. They're being extremely supportive, which is surprising. I was not expecting them to be like that. But I have not told the father yet, and I'm very nervous to tell him.
I'm glad to hear you have support at home, and hopefully we can help you on your way to telling the people that need to know and making your decisions. I just want to remind everyone the number one rule we have here is respect. We all have difficult choices to make, so respect each other, respect ourselves, respect everyone's decisions. We all come from different places and have different things going on in our lives. I'm going to do a little activity here today. Oh, and don't forget about the confidentiality too. We want to make sure everyone feels safe to share here. The activity we're going to do today is about our fears of being pregnant, having the baby, keeping the baby, whatever our decisions are. I have a sentence starter. It's my number one fear is, and I want you guys to fill in the blank. Like, my number one fear about being pregnant is. Would you like to start?
Yeah, I think
Sorry, but Comfort, can you put away your phone? Because I think
Thank
it's
you.
one of
Yeah,
the
that's
rules.
right. Comfort is one of our rules. Thank you. Thank you for putting your phone away.
Like I said before, I believe my number one fear is telling the father. I don't know how he's going to react. I hardly know him. I'm so nervous to tell him. I don't want to have to do that.
Amanda?
My number one fear, I guess, is I don't want to disappoint my parents.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm leaning towards abortion, and I'm terrified to tell them, and I know if I do, and they're so religious, like, if I tell them, they're just going to be so disappointed in me.
It'll be hard for them. Vivian?
My number one fear is the tremendous responsibility in taking care of a baby, and even though I have supportive parents, I mean, the ultimate responsibility falls on my shoulders.
That's absolutely right.
I'd have to say my fear would be how other people are going to judge me. You know, how do you get raped by somebody you know?
My number one fear is also being judged by other people, since I'm going to give my baby up for adoption. Once I get further along in my pregnancy, I'll be going to school and I'll be pregnant, and my peers are going to judge me, I think, for that.
Comfort?
My fear is whatever decision I make, someone is going to be hurt. So, and I don't want to hurt anybody. And that's why I'm really confused and I'm afraid.
Seems like we all have a big fear of just how people are going to react to our decisions. And it's definitely something that the only person who can make that decision is you guys individually. Okay, I have a little acronym for you guys about how to handle your fears. You can see. So we have fear written down here. F is for face it. We all just faced our fears by saying them aloud in this room. Evaluate it. You can do this while we're, in group right now. Just think about the different ways you could go about making what's your fear is less fearful. Act on it is whatever you brainstormed about how to get over your fear, or at least handle it. Make sure you do it. And then finally we have recover down here, and that's getting over the fear, or at least being in a place where it's not controlling your life or constantly thinking about it in your head. So I want everyone to commit this to memory and do it with all of their fears and any new ones that might crop up. Do we have any questions so far? Anything you guys want to talk about from last session maybe?
I just don't know, like the act part about mine. I know how I would go about telling him, but I don't know, what's the right way to go about it. It's just...
Acting on it in general is scary,
It is
right?
scary, yeah. Like, oh, I have to talk to you.
Yeah.
And
So it brings a whole new list of fears up, but yeah, it's definitely something that you need to be brave about, and it's, you know him, and, well, how, did you know him before? Do you know?
I just met him that night itself, and I just decided to do it, and now all this happened, and I don't know.
So definitely give it some more thought, and then we'll be here to support you throughout it and help you brainstorm and come up with some decisions.
Thank
So,
you.
Yeah. Anyone else want to?
I think the hardest part for me is going to be to recover from it. Because, I mean, once I go back to school after giving birth to the baby and bringing it up for adoption, I think just facing everyone again, and they're going to still have that in their mind.
Maybe
that
people
I was
didn't
the
know.
pregnant one.
I agree.
So, yeah.
Recovery is probably going to be hard for me because what I'm doing is really hard. I'm terminating my pregnancy, and to give up a baby in that way, how can I move forward from that?
And in this situation, the scary thing, it doesn't evaporate. It's, it's either you had a baby, you don't have the baby anymore, and it's always, that scary thing is always going to be here. But the place where we're trying to get is so it doesn't control our lives. It doesn't affect every single thing that we do. It's, it's just something that we happened to us, and now we have it, or we don't have it anymore, and we're living with it, and we're living good lives. So, okay, I have some homework for you guys. I want all of us have either made a choice already, such as Amanda and Vivian, or we're a little unsure about what to do, but maybe we have an option, such as abortion, adoption, or parent, that is sticking around in our head, and I want you guys to research the one that is you're leaning most towards. Google it, read books about it, whatever you have to do, and just learn up on it. So that way, next we can come in and talk about what we think we want to do. Okay? Okay. See you guys next session.
Thank you. Yeah. Did he bang? No, I know. I thought I heard something. A comforting story.
Yes?
Okay.
Welcome back. You all look so good today, and you look relaxed than the previous weeks. Good. Anything you want to share with us from the past week? Any issues you want us to know before we go on? My name is Comfort, and this is the teen group. You are all aware. If there is any issues you want us to discuss before we proceed.
I would like to share.
Yeah. go ahead.
Well, last group I talked to you about how I was going to tell the father of the baby. Prior to that, I don't know if I told you this, but I did want to keep it. But I did tell him, and he was completely surprised, unsupportive. He wants nothing to do with it. So, I wasn't able to research a topic of adoption or abortion because I was planning to keep it, but without a support from a father now, I don't know what to do.
Any other?
I do. Well, we had that homework, and I did the homework, and I did so much research that, I realized it's not the baby's fault, and things did happen, but I'm going to other, therapy sessions to deal with what happened, but I want to keep my baby.
Okay. Any other? Before we left last week, we were asked to all of us to go back and then do a research on the possible options, and then maybe that will help us. So anything that we came out with, any option, any information that you got from that, yeah.
Well, I'm opting to abort, as I've mentioned before, and I did some more research on it, and so I have sort of a time frame in order to get it done. So I'm a little bit nervous because I have to make an appointment. I have to do it before I'm 12 weeks pregnant, and I'm already 7 weeks, so I just have a couple of weeks to go. And so I'm a little bit nervous for making the appointment, and now it's crunch time. Like, if I don't do it now, I'm gonna miss my window, and then I'm gonna have to keep the baby, and that's not exactly something I wanted to do.
I think someone should remind her that she's killing a human being. I mean, I don't know if you ever saw pictures of like...
Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
I mean, babies at a very young age are sucking their thumbs. Did you ever see those pictures?
And I do love children, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready right now.
Okay,
And
Vivian and Amanda, thank you. Thank you. We can handle that. We would just want to get the feedback first, so let everybody get a chance to tell us before we go into the details. Yeah? You want to share?
Sure. I looked into some adoption agencies. I haven't decided on who I'm going to go with yet, but I got a sense of how the process works, and I can pick an adopted family, and I can decide if I want to have an open or closed adoption. So I'm leaning towards open, I think, just because then I can keep contact with my baby after he or she is placed.
So you were not sure. Have you made any decision now?
Yeah, I actually found out, like Amanda did, about the window for abortion, and I've missed it, so that's just was eliminated for me. But I looked up for both adoption and parenting, and it's still really, I don't know which way I want to go. Like I said, I have a couple, like my mom and dad they were mad, but, excuse me, they were mad, but they weren't telling me to leave or anything like that, and I think that they wouldn't be someone who would abandon me. And right now I still have my boyfriend, but again, like I'm prepared for it to go either way. So I could do anything with parenting or adoption. I just don't really know which way I want to go yet still, so.
Okay.
I'm leaning towards adoption too, I think.
Adoption, okay. Well, so what I just want us to know is that whichever choice you make, there are advantages, there are disadvantages everywhere. There are pros and cons with regards to any of the choices. But the thing is, it depends on you, the individual. Nobody can make the choice for you. Your family cannot impose anything on you. But one thing is that before the choice is made, you have to take a lot of things into consideration. How is it going to impact on you? How is it going to affect, your family? So many dynamics come into play, and you want to consider this carefully. You don't just have to think about yourself. I don't want the baby because maybe I was raped. That is not enough reason to take a decision. You have to look at so many, scenarios, so many things regarding the issue before a decision is made. So that's what I just want us to know. As we go on and continue, we should have this in mind. And I believe that at the end, we are also here to support you, and the right decision will be made. All right, we'll take a quick break, 5-minute break, and we'll come back. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Which one's the help?
Okay, Sarah Bishop, Pregnant Teens Group. Hi everyone, I'm Sarah. I'm going to be the facilitator for the group today. So I'm sure as many of you know, well today at first I want to talk about support systems and who you have in your life to help you out. So I'm sure as many of you know and have already experienced that being pregnant at this point in your life can be very challenging. And so it's important to have people who can help you out when you need it, who you can talk to and rely on for guidance and just someone to even, shoulder to cry on or something. So there's people in your lives, there's family. You can talk to your parents if you have good relationships with them, your siblings, other extended relatives like aunts and uncles, whoever you have that, you have a good bond with and you think can support you. There's friends, and then even if in schools, there's guidance counselors, and there's numerous resources that you have to turn to. So I just want you all to be aware of everyone you have. So today I want to do an activity just to kind of get a better understanding of how you perceive your support systems in your life today. So I'm going to pass around these cups, and then I'm going to have everyone fill them up with M&Ms, depending on, and the more M&Ms you put in your cup, the better support systems you have in your life. Okay? So there you go. to focus on you right now. I see that you only put 2 M&Ms in your cup.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of alarming that you only think you have 2 people, or you only think you have a small number of resources you can turn to. Do you want to explain that?
Well, as I've mentioned in previous groups, I think that I haven't told my family. So, because I haven't told them, obviously, I don't know how they're going to react and if they will support me. And the only people who know right now are my boyfriend and my best friend. So, I mean, they've been so supportive and, you know, helping me with my decisions and whether or not, you know, having me feel more comfortable about it. But these are the only 2 people I have right now. And so I don't feel like I have many people to fall back on.
Do you plan on telling your parents?
I don't know. Because, I mean, I know, Vivian, what you think I'm doing is so awful, and I agree to some degree, but I can't have baby right now. I'm going to college. It's my senior year of high school, and I want my life to start, and as much as I would love to have a baby, you know, my parents are getting ready to pay for my college, and to tell them that I'm pregnant would just kill them. And I know my dad. I know my dad is just going to throw me out or not pay for my school. So I don't know. At this point, I don't think I'm going to tell them right now.
Okay.
Maybe later, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just want to, you have 6 people who support you here, so you should have at least 6 in there.
Thank you for
Yeah.
that.
You're welcome.
It's your choice in your life, so we
And I-
support you.
And I realize now that I'm in a totally different situation, and you know, I understand that if I was in your situation, I may have chosen something different.
Thank you. Thank you all for your support. I think I need more M&Ms.
Aw,
I think you need a hug.
Yay!
it's great to see all of you reaching out and supporting one another here. I'm glad to see that. Anyone else want to share? I see you guys are both like half full. What do you have in your lives?
I know my family will be more than happy. They don't mind. I mean, they wouldn't want me to abort the baby because I'm the only child. So it will be good news for them. So I will get all the support from them. On the other hand, I'll be hurting someone. The one who has been taking care of me financially will withdraw because his family is going to be new. So I'm not going to get his support. So I don't really know where I am. That is why it is hard.
Chanel, I noticed you're nodding your head. Do you agree with anything Comfort was just saying?
Yeah, I do. I also fill mine up halfway. Excuse me. My parents have been immensely supportive, and they're really my rock in this whole thing. They support me in any decision I would have made, I think. So I'm very happy that, actually I'm adopted, so I think it's great that I'm going to be doing the same
Yeah,
thing.
that's great.
And yeah, I mean, it would have been full if the father would choose to take responsibility, but I feel like with having one family, you know, have one parent household with the child, it just doesn't make sense right now for me to keep it. Adoption's the best option for me.
Great. And Vivian, I notice your cup is completely full, minus the M&M's Diane.
Yeah, I've got a lot of support. I'm very thankful for it. I have my family, my parents, siblings, friends, neighbors.
Great.
Yeah.
That's good that you have all those people in your life that you think you can go to and look to for resources and support. So I want to thank all of you for sharing. Diane, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, I think really I could probably have the whole boat because I think technically my family has that much support for me, you know. I think they want the baby. They want to have a baby. They can't have one, but you know, so me having a baby because I'm my only child, you know, that's what they're looking for. But I've done my research and, you know, I want to keep my baby for myself. I don't want them to, you know, think that they're going to have complete control. But I'm loving the support. I'm getting a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I filled mine up halfway also because my parents have been pretty supportive, and my siblings I have younger siblings, and they see it as something fun. They're a lot younger than me, so they don't really see it as something negative yet. And I've noticed that my dad and my boyfriend have been hanging out a lot more, so they seem to kind of be trying to welcome him into our family, but I'm still unsure, and there's still a lot of factors that are kind of depleting it.
Well, thank you all for sharing. That was great to hear from all of you. And I'm hoping that you can learn from this experience that you have an additional 6 people in this room that you can turn to for support. And this group is that's what it's meant for. So I'm glad to see everyone's bonding and starting to form relationships where they can trust each other. So thank you all for coming today, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Oops.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks.
That was really good. So far, so good.
Diane Owens, Teen Pregnancy. Hi everybody, how's everybody doing?
Comfort, you're still on your phone?
Comforts?
Really comfort every week.
Every time.
Okay guys, let's settle down now. My name is Diane, and I am the facilitator here. I'm here on call for all your needs. I'm here to address any questions and concerns, so you can reach me 24 hours. In fact, I have my card here, so it has my numbers on here, and you can call me at any one of these numbers. You want to pass those around? And I'm here available for you to answer any questions or concerns that you may have during, after, or any time at all, concerning your pregnancy. So how's everybody feeling? Everybody's okay? Okay. Does anybody have any questions that they might have?
Yes, I do. I'm a little nervous about the water breaking thing.
Okay.
Just what happens if it happens in the middle of a public place?
In a public place? Well, let's hope that doesn't happen in a public place, but that's definitely a concern you should have if your water breaks. There's a few things that you should remember. It's quite simple. There's 4 things that are very important that you should do before you even call your doctor. You should, first of all, you want to remember the word coat, because you want to check for the color. You want to make sure the water is clear. If the water is not clear, then that's signs of your baby or something, you, possibly the baby, being in stress. So that's very important. Then you're gonna doesn't sound too good or pleasant, but you want to take into consideration the odor. If it's, I said it wasn't very pleasant, but if it has, if it's smelly, then that's a sign of an infection, so that's not good. We also want to take into consideration the amount. If you have a lot of fluids leaking and it felt like a gush, then your water definitely broke. If you have some leaking, a little bit of trickling, that might go on, slowly for a couple of days, but it can also, the membrane can also reseal itself, so you'll be okay. Then finally, you want to look at the time. You want to look at the time of when it happened. You want to see whether you're having any pains, if there are any contractions that you might be feeling. And also you want to write everything down, and then after that you might want to, contact the doctor and the hospital and bring everything that you've taken down, everything you've noted, and then, this way they'll have something clear to evaluate you on.
So
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, so at what point do I call my doctor?
I would after you've noticed all of those 4 things that I mentioned to you, and you've taken into consideration everything, and you've documented them. Sometimes it's not easy to remember to write things down, but those are the very 4 things that you want to try and remember. That way, when you go to the hospital, when you call your doctor, you have, this is happening, and you can, clearly, tell him what things are going on with you.
Okay.
Okay? Is anybody else?
What does it feel like when the baby moves?
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Well.
because I'm only like 12 weeks. I haven't even felt anything.
Yeah, me
Okay.
either.
I'm nervous.
Well, you'll probably start feeling the baby move around 16 to, some people don't even feel the baby move till like maybe 25 weeks. So, of course, it's gonna be, everybody feels differently. You don't know what to expect. You just, it's just a movement. It could be something slight and unrecognizable. Some people have said that it feels like tiny bubbles just bursting. Right.
That's odd.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, try and imagine that going on in your stomach, maybe a tiny bubble bursting in your stomach. Some people, say that it feels like little flutters, almost like a butterfly type feeling. Or when you're closer towards your 25 weeks, you're going to really start to feel more movements then. You know, you're gonna probably feel like maybe the baby trying to stretch, and you may possibly feel some kicking movements. So those movements, when you're further along in your pregnancy, are going to be a little bit more distinguished, and you'll be able to understand them and clearly define them a lot better. Okay?
If you don't eat well, mine is about 8 weeks now. I'm not eating well because I find it difficult contacting the man. He is actually the one supporting me financially. That is why I was actually trying to text him. All these texts is to make him, let him put some money in my account. I haven't eaten the whole day. Will that have an effect on the baby?
No, well, of course it's going to have an effect on your baby. You want to, you know, try and have a nutritious meal. You know, maybe later on you can come and see me, and, you know, I can set you up with a few places where, you know, they can help you with some food. But it's very important for everybody to eat something nutritious. It's very important that you take your vitamins. If you don't take your vitamins, you know, first of all, teenagers tend to be a little bit anemic. So you want to take the prenatal vitamins, so this way your baby will benefit from having those extra vitamins, and then it'll also benefit you, you know, and it's a way just for you to stay strong and healthy, you know. Okay.
But do I need to take specific prenatal vitamins or just like vitamin C vitamins? Because I haven't been taking anything.
Now you want to take prenatal vitamins.
Prenatal vitamins?
You know, because you're not going to get the supplements that you need just by just taking anything regular over the counter. You actually can buy prenatal vitamins in the store now.
Like a pharmacy store?
Well, I've seen them at ShopRite.
Oh wow.
So
Okay, that's
you can
helpful.
get them pretty much anywhere, you know, and it's also important that, you know, you drink milk, you know.
I hate milk though, so is that gonna, like, I can't drink it.
Well, I can understand that. Is it a problem because you're maybe lactose?
No, it's just gross.
So if you don't like milk, like Sarah, then there's always other things you can do. You can, first of all, you might want to try using a syrup. You could try chocolate syrup or strawberry syrup, maybe change the taste a little. Or you can also increase your calcium intake by yogurt, cheese, milk, dairy products. So you want to increase all of that so you're building more calcium so that your baby can, you know, benefit and have stronger bones, and it will help you too. Okay, any other questions? Okay, so I have some pamphlets, you know, for everybody. Maybe just take one and pass them around. They have a few general questions, you know, or concerns or anything like that. Don't forget, I gave you my cards. You can reach me anytime you want, 24 hours, because this is what I'm here for. Meet with me later, and we'll set up something, you know, where you can receive. There's lots of services out there. Maybe we'll get you signed up with a WIC service. That way you'll be able to get, you know, they provide cereal, eggs, milk, you know. So we're going to get you more nutritious, and you won't have to worry about trying to contact the father while you're here. Okay, is everybody okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That was so helpful. Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
we'll take a quick break.
Hey, hi everybody. I'm Vivian, and this is the Teen Pregnancy Group. How's everybody doing? Good. Okay. Now, we've been coming here for a bunch of weeks already, so I just wanted to tell you all that I've seen such tremendous progress in your skill building and in your developing support and in your becoming more firm in your decisions that you're making. And I know this sounds corny, but I want everybody to give yourselves a big hand. Very good. Okay, now also I know some of you are planning on leaving the group soon, so I just want to go around the group and just make sure that you don't have concerns or questions that you want to ask me, okay, especially those that are leaving. Okay, Diane, do you have anything to bring up?
No, I'm not leaving.
Oh, okay. But anyway, do you have any issues that you have that are pressing right now?
No, not really. I'm getting the support I need from this group, and I have lots of support at home, and I'm seeing my therapist on a regular basis, and so I'm dealing with all the things that have happened to me.
Okay, good, good. How about you, Sarah?
I am leaving because I picked an adoption agency I'm going to go with, and I'm right now looking into potential adoptive parents. I have a few in mind that I'm thinking of. But I can't really think of any pressing issues or questions.
Okay. Okay, how about you, Comfort?
Finally, I had to let my parents know. So now they know I'm pregnant and they want to know who is responsible. I don't know how to tell them. So that is where I am now.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you know what, we can deal with that, you know, afterwards. Maybe we'll do a session on that, or you can come to me afterwards, okay? All right? How about you, Caitlin?
Everything's going pretty good. I'm still unsure. I talked to someone at an adoption agency just to get like a better feel for what's going on that end, and I'm about a little bit less than halfway, so I still have some time, and I mean, I can go almost till I have the baby and still choose adoption, so
Right.
I have some time. My parents are definitely used to the idea of me having a baby now, but I've been having some problems with my boyfriend recently, but we're still together, so we'll just see how that goes.
Okay. How about you, Chanel?
Well, I wanted to keep it initially, I think I remember telling you that.
Right.
But I have chosen adoption officially. Sarah was kind enough to tell me about her adoption agency. So I'm also looking into potential parents to give my child up for adoption. The only thing I'm nervous about is I don't know how I'll feel later after I give it up. I'm nervous for, like, I feel like I'll feel some sort of loss.
Right.
But I'm also leaning towards an open adoption, so I'm feeling committed to that.
So you're still feeling committed to the
I'm feeling
adoption,
committed to
okay.
it, but I'm nervous about the afterward feelings.
Okay, all right, I hear you. How about you, Amanda?
Well, I finally set an appointment for my abortion. It's next week. So I'm a little nervous, but my boyfriend's coming with me along with my best friend, so at least I'll have somebody there with me. And I just want to thank you all for being so understanding for my decision and supporting me, because as you know, I don't have that many people to lean back on, and you guys have been really helpful through this process. So, but I will be back. I mean, I know after the abortion I'm gonna be an emotional mess, so it would be helpful to see you guys afterwards.
Okay, please come.
Yes.
Right, yeah. It's very nice that the group is there for you, and you know, you count them in as your support group. Okay. For today, I'd like to do an exercise, a chair exercise, okay? I'm going to take this chair and I'm going to place it here in the middle of the group, okay? This chair represents what you all were like, what you were feeling like, and what you were dealing with at the point when you all entered the group, when you came here for the first time. And where you're sitting now is where you're holding now. How you feel now, and where you're at with your decisions, and I want you to compare the two, okay? And see if you feel that you've come and made progress, if you've come in, okay? Diane, we'll start with you. How were you feeling when you first came to the group?
When I first came to the group,
Yeah.
I was withdrawn. I didn't want to be here. But now, you know, there's a big change. You know, I have a lot of friends now, and I'm dealing and I'm coping with the problems that I had. And, you know, I'm getting the support that I need. You know, I still think my parents still think they want a baby, you know, because, you know, that it's their baby in so many ways. Their baby is having a baby. But I'm okay with the way they're doing things because, you know, like I said, I'm getting a lot of support, and I'm just glad I'm not that person that was sitting there when I first came in.
Okay. So you feel that you've grown from the group,
Yes,
and you like where you are?
I like where I am right
All
now.
right, okay, good. How about you, Sarah?
When I first came, I was nervous. I was scared. I was really